The Kiwanis Club Pancake Day is Saturday down at the high school. David Wasserman from the Kiwanis Club joined us. And David, good morning, sir. It's 70th Pancake Day, I think it is.
70th, yes.
Yeah, and you started before you were born, I guess, right?
I came on board a little later, but yeah, it's hard to believe there's been 70 Pancake Days, and other than the COVID year, it's been consecutive.
Yeah, and of course it'll be this Saturday. Starts early and goes through what, the noon hour or so?
We're going to noon this year, yes.
And so what's going to be happening? I had several people ask me about it yesterday. I hope you brought some tickets to give away, because there's people asking me, is he going to give away any tickets for the Kiwanis Club Pancake?
We have tickets to give away, yes, yes.
Well, let's talk about the Kiwanis Club Pancake Day. First of all, talk about the Kiwanis Club, what it is and what you guys and ladies do.
Well, we're a civic organization, and our mission statement is serving the children of the world one child at a time in our community. And so we're about Pancake Days, about raising money so then we can give back to the community through the various programs in the area that serve children.
Now, the Kiwanis Club, it's a worldwide organization, isn't it?
Oh, it is started in 1915 out of a group of guys in Detroit, Michigan, and it is worldwide. Yes. Now,
the Kiwanis Club Pancake Day, I guess this is probably your biggest fundraiser of the year, isn't it, or close to it?
It is. It is normally our only fundraiser of the year. So the proceeds from Pancake Day go to fund all of our programs, our scholarships, our donations to the B.B. Comer Library, the Isabel Comer Museum, Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, SAFE. That's just a few of the
Talk
organizations.
A little bit about the scholarship program that you guys are partnering with.
Right, we give a scholarship to B.B. Comer High School and to Sylacauga High School every year. The amount depends on how well we do with our Pancake Day.
Right.
And some years we can give more than others, but that's a scholarship that's available to the students at those schools.
All right, let's give away a couple of tickets to the Kiwanis Club Pancake Day this morning, and you can call us here at the studio or text us, and we will get a couple of tickets in your hands for the Kiwanis Club Pancake Day. It starts early Saturday, but you guys start much earlier in preparation for this.
We'll be down there Friday evening as soon as all the buses are gone so we can get in and do our setup. And I will be there 4 a.m. to get the door open, get the warmers going, and start cooking sausage, because we got to start with the sausage early in order to have enough at 6 o'clock for when the doors open.
The preparation actually begins much earlier than your 4 a.m. arrival, too.
Well, we crank things up after Christmas, sending letters out to our former corporate sponsors and other new businesses in town, and asking for their support. And from there, it just snowballs to where we go follow up on some of our sponsors and make sure they get their tickets, make sure you get sausage ordered and pancake mix ordered. When I leave here, I'm going to pick up pancake mix. So once that's in the door, then I can breathe a little bit.
Yeah,
we got our sausage yesterday, and we get our pancake mix today, and then things are kind of okay.
David Wasserman for Kiwanis Club here in Sylacauga talking about Pancake Day coming up on Saturday. Starts at 6 o'clock, continues serving until noon, and there's a lot of pancakes and a lot of sausage to be cooked up in just a few hours.
It is. We expect to serve around 1,250 people, and so that's 2,500 pieces of sausage and as many pancakes as you can eat. So you're talking around 3,900 pancakes.
You mentioned as many pancakes as you can eat. You know, I feel like I can eat a half a dozen, but boy, when you get about that second or third pancake, it fills you up.
It does. I'm lucky to get two down, and I love pancakes. I love sausage, but it'll fill you up quickly.
Yeah, you got juice and coffee, I guess, as well.
We have juice, coffee, water, sodas of all various kinds, and again, as much as you need.
What's the cost?
$6 a ticket.
Well, that's cheap. That's a cheap breakfast, man.
That's the best breakfast price in town. For one day only.
Yeah, and a lot of families, they get together on that day, and a lot of people who haven't seen each other since the last pancake day will see each other again on Saturday.
People come eat their pancakes and stay. My wife will bring her mother, and her mother will bring her friends, and they'll sit there for an hour and a half, enjoying company and just talking to people they see as they come by.
Yeah. You mentioned sponsorship a little bit earlier. That's a key to the success of the Kiwanis Club and other organizations, especially for Pancake Day.
That our corporate sponsors make this successful. We are so grateful to all the businesses in town that feel that this is an important thing to be part of. We have a little placemat where we list all of our sponsors, and we run a PowerPoint from 6 to 12 with all of our sponsors on that. So we appreciate them. We can't do it without them, and the businesses have been great to support us this year and over, the last 70 years.
It takes a well-oiled machine, so to speak, to pull this off, and you use a lot of students from the schools to participate as well.
We do. We have the Builders Club at Nichols Lawson Middle School, and then the Key Clubs from both B.B. Comer and Sylacauga High School, and they provide the essential manpower to get us through the day. If you come down there, they're everywhere, and they're doing everything, except sausage, and some of them do cook on the grill with the pancakes under good supervision. But I love their enthusiasm, and they always seem to have a good time, and they work hard, and they make sure our tables are clean and plenty of butter and syrup are on the table, and they'll run and if you want seconds, just get their attention, and they'll run and get it for you.
Now there's, I'm a real syrup guy for my pancakes, but other people use the sugar-free syrup and stuff like that, and that'll be available too, I guess.
We will have sugar-free syrup for those that need that, and they can't have regular syrup. That will be available. You might have to ask for it, but we'll try to have a few bottles scattered throughout the cafeteria. But we should have plenty.
David Wasserman from the Kiwanis Club in Sylacauga. Now, this you kind of heading up this Pancake Day this year, right?
Yeah, this is my third year as the chairman, and it's a good thing I'm retired. Because this is, it starts at 6 a.m. and it could go all day, but I have other obligations in the afternoon.
So where does the product come from, David?
Our sponsor we had for years and years and years for pancake mix got bought out, and so they provided the pancake mix last year, but they dropped that line. So we actually had to call the Alex City Kiwanis Club and say, hey, where are you getting yours from?
That's a partnership,
Yes. So he told us, and I worked with that guy, and unfortunately we have to pay for it this year, but he gave us a really, really good price, and actually we're going to pick it up this morning down out in Childersburg, and so we're hoping to establish a really good relationship with this company. And we get our sausage from a company called Ziegler's. That was bought out last year also.
Oh,
and
boy.
I know, that was, talk about wringing your hands and worrying. They're now under the umbrella of Mrs. Stafford's Salads.
Okay.
And that's they are up in on Lakeshore up there by Sam's and John Carroll. So it was very easy for us to go up and get the sausage and bring it back. So that worked out well.
You mentioned the cost, and everything's changing. Nothing's staying the same, and you have to have a heads up on these surprises that are thrown at you every once in a while.
Yes, we do, and you have to be prepared to adjust to things that just come up at the last second, and we just have to deal with it. Our costs are actually going to be lower than they were last year, which is a good thing. But we do everything we can to get as much donated as possible. And a lot of the restaurants in town have been just super great, very supportive. I've built up some relationships with some of the managers, and this year walked into Hardee's and she said, "Oh, it's Pancake Day." So she knew exactly why I was there. And they've been great, and a lot of the other restaurants have been great to supply our napkins, knives and forks, plates, the hinge plates for the to-go box.
It's a lot more than just the pancakes and sausage and drinks, isn't it?
Right. You got to get all your supplies. Got to have your butter, your syrup, and there's a lot.
What about carryouts? Are carryouts available too?
We do. Actually, about half of our business is carryout. So we have to make sure we have around 750 carryout containers. Excuse me, with the the wrapped knives and forks, and we're all set for that. So we're ready, and so you can either pick it up and go, or sit and stay and visit.
Are there high points and low points of times of people coming and going, or are you able to catalog that and say, well, we know we're going to have a larger crowd at X hour and maybe a slower crowd at this hour?
That changes every year. I want to say 2 years ago, it was a steady flow from 6 to 12. Well, more like 7 to 11. Last year, we just had a big push around 9 o'clock. So you just never know when people are going to decide they want to go down and get their pancakes and sausage.
Well, it all starts at 6 a.m., 6 until noon, and I'm sure it's going to be at the high school lunchroom at Sylacauga, is that right?
That is correct. And there'll be signs up showing you where to go in. There's a little ramp, if you're familiar. There's a little area where the students are dropped off, and there's a ramp that goes up to the hallway, and the hallway leads down to the opening of the cafeteria.
David Wasserman, our guest this morning from Sylacauga Kiwanis Club. It's Pancake Day Saturday, the 70th Pancake Day, and it'll be from 6 a.m. until noon. Tickets $6, dine in, or you can take it out, and a lot of people are going to be involved in that. And so David, kind of walk us through people that are going to be coming, and it's going to take a little patience on their part because, as you said, there can be a lot of people there at one time.
Well, the way we have it set up, we really, the last several, since we changed our arrangement, we've really not had much of a wait. The line moves quickly at the door. You present your tickets, or you can buy a ticket at the door if you'd like. And we write down on there, how many, and whether it's to go or stay, and you get the ticket, then you just walk down the wall of the cafeteria and go into the serving line, and you just hand that, and they will hand you everything you need. And from there, you flow into the coffee and drinks area, and from there, you either can go out the door to go home or find a seat and sit down. So it goes very smoothly. So we've not had a problem in several years of just a long line of people.
Now this Kiwanis Club, these members take their duty seriously on Pancake Day. Not just anybody is going to do the sausage, not just anybody is going to do the pancakes.
Yeah, we have our pancake guys and we have our sausage guys, and we don't intermingle. They do their thing and we do our thing. Everybody comes to work and comes early and stays late. And, you know, afternoon, there's a lot of cleanup that has to be done. And then we got to move all of our equipment out of there. Excuse me. Out of there back to where we store our stuff. So it's, you know, it's not just 6 to 12.
Yeah, but serving starts at 6, Kiwanis Club Pancake Day at Sylacauga High School lunchroom. David Wasserman with us this morning. David, always a pleasure, and thanks for leaving us a couple of tickets. I already had people wanting tickets for the Pancake Day. Is there a particular purpose for this year's Pancake Day, or is it to go to the general fund, or what? How does that work?
We have our, and I mentioned several of those, list of organizations that we support annually. Okay. Sometimes one drops off, sometimes one gets added. I think we're in our 3rd year of providing Christmas presents for foster children out of the DHR in Talladega, and that's something I really love to be involved with, because we're providing gifts for kids who maybe have never had the opportunity to write down what they want for Christmas and actually get it. So
now, before we go this morning, can you give us a little tip on how you prepare the sausage, or is that kind of something you don't talk about?
Well, there's it's you know, there's no secret to it. My wife's told me this is how you will do it. And when it comes out, it better be this temperature or you put it back in. So I have a sheet of instructions, step-by-step instructions, and I went over them a couple days ago with the current lunchroom manager, and she said everything's the same as last year, so I follow those steps and I don't vary from them at all.
Pancakes, sausage, syrup, juice, coffee, water. You can get your tickets at the door, or where can they get tickets between now and then?
Any Kiwanian, we have some at the B.B. Comer Library, and we do have some at the Chamber of Commerce.
All right. David Wasserman from the Kiwanis Club of Sylacauga, the annual Pancake Day. This is the 70th year for the Pancake Day, sponsored by the Kiwanians, and this will be 6 until noon at Sylacauga High School lunchroom. David, always a pleasure. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you for having us.
More Daybreak coming up in just a minute.